Hello, I'm a professional player for Sentinels Marvel Rivals, and I ult track for my team. Knowing how to ult track ultimates is a cheat code for the average player, so let me share my secrets with you. But first, you might be wondering, what the heck is ult tracking? Well, ult tracking is just what it sounds like. You keep track of the enemy team's ultimates.
They have both support ults. Both support ults maybe size soon.
Why is that useful? Every single fight in Marvel Rivals is determined by what ultimates exist in your team and what exists on the enemy team. For example, if the enemy team has Strange ult or Eye of Agamotto, you wouldn't want to stack on top of your team as a strategist. And even more specifically, as Invisible Woman, you would want to save your push cooldown for him. Or as Loki, you would want to save your immortality field for him. It is extremely useful for every Marvel Rivals player, no matter the role. Another example would be if you're a Storm player or a Hela player, and you know the enemy team has no strategist ultimates, you know you can go really quickly with your ultimate and get value, because they're not going to be able to just live with a strategist ult. Whereas if you don't know what ults they have, you might elect to play the fight slowly, they'll build their strategist ults, and then you're just kind of ulting into a strategist ult, which is okay, but you would rather get kills.
I'm going to do that.
Hashtag guys, hashtag sponsored.
If you know your team has an ultimate advantage, you know you can be super aggressive, and that's what wins games. Now, how do we ult track? The number one thing I see from lower rated players is they don't hold tab to look and see what the enemy team is playing or what ultimates their team has. It's like playing without glasses. How are you ever supposed to know what to do in a fight? When a fight ends, hold tab and mentally check through each hero the enemy has. Did we see a Strange ultimate? Did we see a Luna ultimate? If the answer is no, they will most likely be close or have their ult for the next fight.
Stay by me, Kinetic. This fight.
Exhale.
Another thing to keep in mind is how long a fight goes on. Ultimates that build quickly, like Storm or Thing ult, are very important to keep track of mid-fight.
Here's the Globber here.
They have no support ult. I was here.
Walk, let's walk. You res.
Though, usually strategist ults will build fastest out of everyone. Now, you might be thinking, okay, this sounds really simple. And it is! But just like your aim or positioning, ult tracking is a muscle that must be trained. Practicing every game, holding tab often after every single fight, and thinking about how you want to play versus the enemy team's ultimates is very important. We've won so many tournaments and ranked games because of our ability to plan fights around these ultimates. Now that we've kind of understood the basics of ult tracking, I want to get into some examples of where this can really work for you and your team as a cheat code, okay? So let's go into this game that I had the other day. I'm going to start in the middle of this game because we were kind of getting rolled, but then I decided to take control, take the reins, and kind of ult track everything for my team and fight plan for us. So let's watch how this goes. So here, before we walk out, I'm holding tab for some information, and during this time, I'm not just holding tab looking at the kill death ratio. I'm looking at our ults, and I'm also thinking about what ults the enemy team has. So I know that we have a support ult, so we should be safe to walk out, but at the same time, I need to be careful of Emma ults and Spider-Man Luna combo, right? This isn't stuff that I actually say out loud to my team, because I usually don't in ranked, but it's stuff that I'm internalizing. I'm thinking, okay, I need to be careful of Spider-Man ults, I know they have Torch ult, I haven't seen Emma, and they probably have Venalunum combo. There's the Emma ult. Trying to LOS hit her on the cart. Just kind of playing safe. I know I have better ult here.
Look at Venom, look at Venom.
And we're able to walk. Now is the time where we need to start thinking about what they're gonna have for the next fight. So now I'm thinking, alright, next fight. We used a lot in that fight, right? We used like 5 ults. And I'm thinking, alright, I saw Emma, Venom, Luna, Sue. But then I'm thinking, alright, I did not see that Spider-Man ult. These are the thoughts going on in my head. But what I end up saying is...
There's Spider-Man ult. We don't have a support ult.
So I'm internalizing, okay, Spider-Man ult is our biggest threat. Now, what does that mean for me? What you can do as Sue and Luna is have your Luna kind of like face a wall, and you guys can have a preset shield to play around for when the Spider-Man ult's on top of you. But my Luna didn't really know what that meant in the moment, and I wasn't really able to explain it. So I just had us play inside. Playing inside also means for us that we're playing safe as a support line, and you generally want to do this when you don't have your support ults. You can play play safe, play far away from your team, and then the enemy team will have to choose between ulting your front line or ulting you guys. So they weren't able to find it on us this fight because we positioned correctly. So I'm holding tab and I'm thinking, okay, what are they gonna do? I know that there's Strange TPing, I see the Strange, and I know that they still have Spider-Man ult coming. I tell my Luna where to play to counter the Spider-Man ult again.
I'm gonna shield us, okay? So stand in front of me.
Spider-Man ult comes. We know to hide from it, and that was our biggest threat. Now we have Luna ult for everything else.
Thanks God they did.
Our Luna ult is ending. I don't quite have my support ult yet, and I'm thinking, okay, they're probably close on their Strange ult, their Torch ult, and maybe another support ult if I'm not careful. As soon as I see my Luna ult is over, I jump backwards and I play inside left to kind of reset during the middle of the fight. A lot of times I will not see low ranked players do this, and they will just kind of spend the whole fight. Once they're in, right? But that's not usually how fights go. You use your cooldowns, you go in, you look for something, you either find something or you don't, and then it's usually the enemy's team to use their cooldowns next. So the Venom engages, the Strange is going to shift towards us with his ult, they're going to have their support ults. It's just our turn to kind of slow down in the fight, right? We used our abilities, time to chill a little bit. They Strange ult us on point, and because we're not in it, we're able to build our ults and walk back up. And this is all because I'm ult tracking in my head. I'm deciding where I need to go, where I need to position, what cooldowns I need to use, when I need to ult. Everything like that is completely decided by ultimates. There's the Torch ult. But me and Luna are safely inside in a place where Torch really can't mess with us all that much. Additionally, because I called that they have Torch ult, my mag knows that he can ult the Torch ult if needed. So there goes the mag ult, kind of denying that Torch some value. And we're able to stabilize during the Torch ult.
No shield, no shield, no shield.
So I actually make a mistake this fight. I know that we need to walk with our Luna ult because it's our turn now. We've kind of gone back and forth. They Luna ulted first, we Luna ulted second, and we have other ults coming back. And I also am very close to my ult. So in a situation like this, it's perfectly fine to walk. However, I was making a mistake here and I did not think about their ammo ult. Because I'm not thinking about their ammo ult, I'm silenced, I don't get to use my ult, and we actually die here. In a fight where if I live, we would have been up 1 kill. This is a mistake that every player is guilty of, especially lower ranked players. They'll push, they'll not think about what ults the enemy team has next, and they'll get caught out. So this is really bad on my part.
Walk left side with us, hello. Your supports are gonna walk left side. They have Spider-Man ult, okay?
Telling my team where to play, what the enemy team is gonna do. We actually did the correct thing, we just positioned a little bit poorly. The ult track was correct, the plan was correct, we just executed it pretty poorly, which will happen. This isn't something to necessarily get upset about, but the fact that the idea was there and the plan was correct is what was important.
Where do you want to play?
We need to play in the building here. It's kind of tough, but
I'm playing kind of split from my other support. I'm playing pretty slow. We don't have my Siwot. We're close to our Luna ult. I just know that they're going to be coming back with Spider-Man ult or just Spider-Man and Venom dive in general, and so I know I need to try to invis away from them and play really slow this fight. So here I see Spider-Man and I know what he wants to do, so I'm just playing really slow. Helping my team, he goes for Hella because he's impatient.
walk up. We have no ult. Walk up.
So now Venom is out, forced out, Spider-Man is forced out, and we're able to walk up really hard here.
I got Torch, I killed Torch.
Here's Spider-Man ult coming back.
I'm mid-fight ult tracking, so when two supports are going on, you have to be thinking about, okay, what ult is coming next. I know we killed Spider-Man early on in the fight, and he's a fast character, so the odds are he'll be coming back with his ult really quickly. So here I'm thinking, alright, I need to build my ult quickly and make sure I'm not stacked with my team. I have my ult.
No.
We have big ult advantage here.
Luna. No supports.
I need heals back. Here.
And this is all because we're thinking about what ults are coming next.
I'm doing.
No, we're the best. We're the best. Still sorry.
Play inside.
He's one.
Play inside, play inside, play inside, play inside.
Okay, I'm in the best spot.
Telling my team where to go because of the torch ult. This is something else you can do if you're ult tracking, is you can tell your tanks to take damage for your team to build those support ults so you have them for the next fight.
And we need to make our support ults take damage.
Still ammo?
No, there's no votes. Oh my.
In the first neutral fight, you know, ult tracking doesn't really matter, but as soon as I know that teams are coming up on ults, I am ult tracking. And honestly, I should have done this a little bit sooner. If I was in scrims, it probably would have been a bit sooner.
They have Invis, Psylocke, Torch, Emma. Invis, Psylocke, Torch, Emma. What do we do in this fight?
Your mom.
Okay.
I think we just go fast.
This one is another fight where we also reset and played back in the room after we knew we used Luna ult and they were going to have more things. So here we can see
Yes.
we're using Luna ult. This time it's Crimzo who tells us to reset and play back. He's touching point with his ult. We know TP is coming. And all we kind of have to do is play slow and live here for our team. They use a million ults here. I walk with mine. Unfortunately, we weren't able to kill anything with our ults, so we go next. I think that's all I'm gonna include for ult tracking examples for now from this VOD, but this VOD will be fully uploaded, or at least this game will be fully uploaded later on in my channel, just because I think this was a pretty crazy Sue game, and we ultimately do end up winning this, and it is a very cool game for you guys to watch. But that is it for ult tracking from me for right now. If you guys have any questions about it, feel free to drop a comment below. I will be very happy to answer. This is kind of like my special interest within Marvel Rivals. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you guys!